Welcome back to M Hood Discovered, everybody. I woke up at midnight and now we're real close to sunrise. Boomer and I are going to go on a little adventure. We headed up to the shoe. It's going to be a really cloudy day. There's a slight breeze, some weather moving in. We might see some rain mid-morning around 10. Look at this. Can you see? If we had proper sunlight, you would see just tons and tons of wildflowers. See them, the purple ones and the red. Yeah, all over. That pasture is full of this right here. It's pretty cool. There's even more where we're going. And now we're on the shoe. The shoe, it gives me SNL vibes, SNL scandal vibes. I'm a kid of the 80s in Texas, right? When I was growing up, I remember the SNL scandal all over Texas, especially where I was at the time in Allen, Texas, northern Collin County, and other places just outside of Dallas County, or maybe the far reaches of Dallas County. You would find this. There were abandoned projects everywhere all of a sudden. Overnight, they all became abandoned. Some of them were small, such as just little strip malls. Others were bigger projects, such as huge neighborhoods, right? So there's just like field after field, pasture after pasture of streets and driveways, and maybe a little more, but not much else. Maybe one or several houses on one side of the street sitting there, maybe like this one. Not finished, maybe finished. They were everywhere. And that's where I played. Arrested Development. That was my playground, because it just was that's what it was, Arrested Development. It just stopped. And eventually it started up again, right? So those empty strip malls have stuff like Domino's and gas stations and other things in them, and all those empty streets are not empty anymore. There's big houses, McMansions and little McMansions all over the place. And yeah, this gives me SNL vibes, because bankruptcy. That's why this house is like this right now. Now we're going to turn just this way, and you look behind me, there's a line of houses. Total SNL vibe, because those houses are done and this one isn't. And then we're going to go like this. Do you see anything? I see plenty, but not what was intended to be here, right? Not what was intended to be seen. What I see is lots and lots of cool wildflowers. There's a slab over there where a house is supposed to be. Eventually, Boomer and I won't be able to walk through this, because eventually there's going to be houses here. Yeah, we live on a lake out in the country, in the county. And this can happen in this scenario. This is just spectacular. Look at this. I have not found another plant like this out here up on the shoe. We call this the shoe because the rock road you see right here is shaped like a shoe, a horseshoe, not a lady's shoe. And here's one of my favorite weeds. This is bull nettle. See, it's all spiny on the stems. A lot of people hate that. I am quite fond of it. Look at this. All right, Boomer and I are going to continue. All right, come on. See that? There's quite a few of those boxes out here where a house is supposed to be. There's a box. Luckily, what we see here is not widespread. It's just here up on the shoe. It's just one individual that filed for bankruptcy. It's not a huge thing. It's not statewide like the S&L scandal. The S&L scandal affected Texas heavily, but other places as well. It is foreboding, right? Here we are, nice spring morning, gentle breeze. Dog is totally safe off the leash here, taking a poop up here in front of us. We're surveying across here, seeing if we see any deer. In a year or so, or who knows how much longer, all we're gonna see is cookie cutter houses. Wait for it. Yeah, it's like that song, Don't Fence Me In. You can sing that, you can scream that till you're blue in the face, and they're still gonna come and fence you in. They're still gonna come and build. Because you live on a lake. Huh. People are like, why didn't you move to Florida? Because everything's so expensive there because of the water. Usually, that's how it works, right? The closer you are to the water, the more your property's worth, the higher the value, right? Texas is not always that case. There are places in Texas on lakes where property is really Boomer, no, come back here, good boy, come on, don't be running off. On some lakes you can find property really cheap, right next to property really not cheap. Might be trending in one direction, but there's still property not worth much and property worth a lot. This property right here is up on a hill. It's not on the lake. I wouldn't want to live up here because it's exposed to the wind, but with modern construction it'd probably be all right until a tornado comes. This gravel road that I'm walking on is where we get the name, the shoe. That's a public road, and I just stepped off it. But I'm a local out here, and the Bubba that owns the property that Boomer's about to run off onto is a friend of mine. But we're coming up this way with Boomer because over here you might see some deer. Over there we see a house being built. I just need to go get my dog and then, yep, U-turn. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Back on the lead because encountered deer up here and he might be well too tempted to run off. We're just gonna come over here onto my friend's property for a second. This is what moles do. Moles, they dig big holes like this. The really big moles. Come on, Boomer. People be like, S&L vibes. That didn't give me Saturday Night Live vibes. Savings and loans. Yeah, you're right. Looks like a winter morning, but it's not. Spring. It feels like monsoon season out here, and I'm out here adventurizing in the wildflowers with bad hay fever. I've been getting hit hard yesterday. I got hit really hard. I woke up with a raging sinus attack, hay fever attack. That's why I sound like this. And I'm feeling it right now, but I am soldering through. I'm just gonna enjoy the shoe while it is what it is right now. But yeah, soon progress will come. And cookie cutters. All right then. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being members of the channel. And yeah, you're right. I will see y'all next time. Looking for that mole? There's a lot of them. Come on, Boomer. Let's go.